Right. Good evening. Give, Start again. Good evening, guys and girls in Quizland. Welcome to the UK Quarantine Quiz, Little Les edition. So here we are, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock as usual, a weekly basis. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully we've got the usual teams, the Five Alls, the Cosmic Cabbage, the Frazzle Lobsters, and Frazzle Lobsters. Happy birthday to Chris for tomorrow. So happy birthday to Chris from the Frazzle Lobsters for tomorrow. Have a few drinks tonight in anticipation of tomorrow. We don't know if we've got any new teams. So if you are a new team joining this evening, please, on your left-hand side, you will see there's a chat screen. Could you just chat amongst yourselves or say something in there? Hello, good evening, welcome. And then Mark is my son in the US. We can see then if we've got any new teams. Likewise, for the existing teams, the example question next week will be taking donations and selling raffle tickets for which charity. Please put your answer in there, but if you have no idea, put something in there, even if it's the Little Les charity fund. By all means, write something in there so we can see that your answers are working. And for those that are new, team captains, you're highlighted in yellow at the top with a star amongst it. It's you that submits the answers. You can change your mind as often as you like. You have 60 seconds to make up your mind and submit your answers. All your team members in the team will put a suggested answer in. It's down to you to decide which one you submit. You can change your mind as often as you like, but your last answer before the time is up is the one that we receive. On the chat screen, you can chat amongst yourselves. I can't see that chat screen. Mark, my son in the US, is the only one that can see that, so he can see what you're saying and abusing me in any way, shape, or form. Feel free to do so, as you often do. Bearing in mind he's in the US, our bit of string between Gosport and here, there might be some time lag or delay, usually 4 or 5 seconds, so we'll take that into account. Likewise, if you've got any queries or questions, please put @host and Mark will come back with an answer or try and sort something out with you. I think that's about covered it. 60 seconds after when I've read the questions out. Round 2 is always a picture round. Round 4 is always a music round, and that varies from week to week as to what genre of music it is, or even questions on music, as we will about to find out. So without further ado, I'll pass you over to Mark, see if there's anything else he wants to add or say. Otherwise, we'll get underway.
I think you pretty much covered it.
Yep.
Doesn't look like we've got any new teams this evening so far. So if you are listening to us or having any issues, please type @host. Otherwise, everybody else seems to be getting their answers in. So tonight, so far, we've got Five Alls, Team Momo, the Fam, Cosmic Cabbage, Bobs and Stew are back. Welcome, guys, and the Frazzled Lobsters.
Right, so the usual crowd. So welcome again this evening. The reason why I've gone into detail, because I was hoping that we might have a few more teams join us this evening in anticipation of next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, as I said, we've got the actual charity quiz, the one-off for this year and this year only, where we're asking, and you don't I emphasize, you do not have to pay to play. Still come along on a Wednesday night, but if you enter, that money will go to the answer, as you'll see in a minute. You will also have the chance to win a tour around the Sapphire Bombay Gin Distillery, which is just outside Winchester. You'll have a self tour, your own private tour. Of course, you've got to example the gin as well, so that will be made available. We'll give you details next Wednesday and how you can win that. But also next Wednesday, if you take part and participate, you may have the chance of, as I say, getting some prezzies, gifts of the Mirror of Gosport. She's going to be dishing out certificates as well. And I know for a fact that we have at least 20 teams from the the charity sector, or I say from the corporate sector, join us. So I expect there to be at least 30 to 40 teams next week. So watch out. Here we go.
Moving on. So in case
Let's
you
move on.
didn't know, it is all in aid of Solent Mind.
Solent Mind.
And people have been paying attention there.
Yeah,
clearly.
Pretty appropriate in this day and age, with the state of people's mental health, especially over COVID-19, a worthy cause. And Solent Mind is one of them. So here we go. Without further ado, round one is all about games. GAMES, all about games. So question one: which Chinese game involves the use of 144 tiles divided into 6 suits? Your time starts now. Which Chinese game involves the use of 144 tiles divided into 6 suits?
Yeah, what are you wearing this evening, little Les?
What am I?
80s.
I've got my
Atlantic City tie-dye.
Atlantic City tie-dye on today.
Yeah, I think we should start selling these jumpers in the little Les store.
Yeah, what size though? Little Les size?
Little Les size. No, we talked about that last week. You'd be able to get 4 people into one.
Yeah, bargain. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. Okay. Which Chinese game involves the use of 144 tiles divided into 6 suits?
And I know some of you got the example question right, but you don't get any points for example questions. Sorry, let's try.
Question 2. With what game did the expression knuckle down originate? With what game did the expression knuckle down originate? KNUCKLEDOWN.
This is one of the very few games that you can play, isn't it?
Yes. In fact, I was playing this with my youngest granddaughter over the weekend, and she'd never heard of the game, but she thoroughly enjoyed it. That's all I'm saying. What game did the expression knuckle down originate?
I think you could sell half a dozen jumpers just to the frazzled lobsters alone.
Yeah, and again, happy birthday to Chris for tomorrow. Let us know what you're going to be doing. 10-second countdown coming up. Oh, two questions, Chris. Let us know what you're going to be doing for your birthday tomorrow. Second question is, what would you have been doing for your normal birthday celebrations if we'd been normal? There you go. Right, question 3. If you were playing darts and got a Shanghai score of 72 with 3 darts, with which number would you have scored on? If you were playing darts and got a Shanghai score of 72 with 3 darts, with which number would you have scored on?
Unfortunately, Chris has to work. Getting up at 5 a.m. Otherwise, he would have been getting very drunk. So, I say, who says that's mutually exclusive? Why can't you get up at 5, go to work, and get drunk? I mean, what's wrong with
that? You know me, Mark. That's what I used to do.
I know.
Yeah, I used to start off with brandy on my cornflakes, then go across on the ferry and get arrested. Then get off at Haven and then get arrested again. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. If you were playing darts and got a Shanghai score of 72 with 3 darts, with which number would you have scored on? So the countdown is on.
All right. These have been your questions so far. I know you didn't know the next one.
Question 4. No, I certainly didn't know this one. What does Sony's handheld games console PSP stand for? What does Sony's handheld games console PSP stand for? Which is why I always write questions, not just if I know them, because in half of the instances, I don't know them, but hopefully other people do. What's easy for some people is difficult for others, and this would have been difficult for me. I could have guessed, but I don't think I would have guessed correctly. What does Sony's handheld games console PSP stand for? Obviously, you need all three words to be correct to score. And 10-second countdown coming up. And here we go. Moving on to question 5. What is the maximum number of points that can be scored from a single shot in the game of billiards? Game I always used to play in my youth. What is the maximum number of points that can be scored from a single shot in the game of billiards? And when I say game of billiards, I mean the UK game of billiards. Billiards in the US is different in the US.
It's very
The
different.
word billiards.
And it depends on which state you play it in, and which league you play it in, and which variation you play it in, and then they also have bar rules, which are completely different in each bar.
But when we say billiards in America, the number of balls is completely different to the UK, isn't it, Mark?
Well, there's 8 ball and 9 ball. Yep.
Yep. But it's not like the UK billiards.
Nope.
So, what is the maximum number of points that can be scored from a single shot in the game of billiards? 10-second countdown coming up.
Yep, get your answers in. Here we go. Countdown is on.
Right, so here we go. Question 6. The name of which board game translates from Latin as I play? Name of which board game translates from the Latin as I play?
And again, this is one I know you can play.
Yeah,
This is more your speed.
more my style.
Yep.
The name of which board game translates from Latin as I play?
Yeah, interesting.
Used to play this with Nan Nan and Granddad every Sunday night, 4 o'clock.
That's the only game they had back in your day, right?
Well, yeah, there were 3 or 4 others. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. The name of which board game translates from Latin as I play?
Actually, no, the next one is more your speed as well.
Question 7. How many numbers are there on a traditional English bingo card? Julia from the Five Alls should know this one. They play bingo in the Five Alls.
Every Sunday night, right?
Sunday afternoon, yeah.
Oh,
after
Sunday
the meat
afternoon,
raffle.
After the meat
After the meat raffle. How many numbers are there on a traditional English bingo card?
Actually, you had a spinning top and whip. Actually, you did have a spinning top, if I remember
I did have a
rightly.
spinning top, yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember playing that. Yes, we all miss a good meat raffle.
Yeah.
Can we do virtual meat raffles? And then the lobsters can enter it from afar. How does meat
We
travel?
can, yeah.
How does meat travel in the post?
Slowly. Right, 10-second countdown. How many numbers are there in a traditional English bingo card?
Yep, Five
Right.
Balls has the best me raffles.
Question 8. In which game would you have found Binky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde? Now, I know you would know this one, Mark. In which game would you have found Binky, Inky,
You think?
Pinky, and Clyde? I knew this one, but I wouldn't have got it in 60 seconds. I would have to rack my grey matter in my brain to come up with the answer for this one.
Yeah,
But I knew it.
It's a pretty popular
Question.
yeah.
In which game would you have found Binky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde?
Yeah, I was seeing who was paying attention there, Chris.
Yeah. Right, here we go. 10-second countdown coming up. Right, question 9. In what game might you tug on your ear? In what game might you tug on your ear?
And how would you do that? You're going to give us a demonstration?
Well, I think it's I haven't got my ears, so like that
You
type
got
thing.
your ears.
In what game might you tug on your ear? I've got a brilliant story about the answer to that, number 9. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. In what game might you tug on your ear? Reminder, question 10. No 10-second countdown. You get it from me. I'll give you the countdown. Right, and last question of round 1, question 10. What name is given to the best hand in a game of poker? What name is given to the best hand in a game of poker? What is the lag, Mark? 4 or 5 seconds?
It doesn't seem too bad. I'm sure people will shout at me if it is.
What name is given to the best hand in a game of poker?
I'm also streaming 2 footy matches, so it could be my end.
What name is given to the best hand in a game of poker?
All right.
Right.
Everybody's answers in.
Yep. So let's go through.
All right. Here we go.
Right. Question 1. Chinese game involves the use of 144 tiles divided into 6 suits is mahjong. Obviously, variations of spelling.
Yep. I think I got everybody.
Mahjong. What game did the expression knuckle down originate? Marbles. Marbles. Question 3. Shanghai score 72 with 3 darts. The number 12. Number 4. PSP stands for PlayStation Portable.
PlayStation Portable. Yep. I think I got you.
Single shot in the game of billiards. The answer is 10. 3 for the red, 3 for going in off the red, 2 for the cannon, and 2 for the white. So the answer is 10. I play, Latin translated Ludo. How many numbers are traditional English bingo card? 15. 1-5. Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde. Pac-Man. I believe they're all the names of the ghosts.
Yeah,
Is
and
that right, Mark?
Yeah, I was showing off my Pac-Man glass for those who were paying attention during that question. There we go. Yeah, the three ghosts on Pac-Man.
Yeah. Number 9. What game might you tug on your ear? Charades. One of the funniest thing I've ever done. Charades. I'll tell you a good story later on. Question 10. Best hand in a game of poker. Royal flush.
All right. So your first leaderboard for this evening. Here we go.
Scores on the doors. Frazzle Lobsters 9. Cosmic Cabbage 9. Five Alls 8. Team Momo 5. Bobson Stew 5. Thanks for joining us again this evening, Bobson Stew. And the Fam 4. Interesting, the Frazzle Lobsters and Cosmic Cabbage. I wonder if you both got the same question wrong. Or not wrong, but didn't know it.
Yeah, there was a few that got mixed up there.
Right, here we go. So round 2 is a picture round. Something completely, again, different. I've taken or got snippets of famous celebrities' faces. I need you to tell me who they are, first name and surname. As long as they look phonetically correct, we won't worry about the spelling. So, who am I? Here we go. Question 1. Famous celebrities. Who am I? Nose and teeth. Who am I? Who is this a picture of? First name and surname.
So, did you go through all the celebrity magazines and cut them out?
Well, yeah. Well, I went into WH Smith, bought a load of magazines, cut them out, scanned them, and then put them through to send to you.
I thought you were going to say you took a picture with them and then sent the film off to be developed.
No. So, who is this? And remember, definition of celebrity is known by 2 or 3 members of the public or more. So you guys and girls in Quizland are all celebrities. So 10-second countdown. I thought 2 or 3 of these were very easy from my perspective, and I thought 2 or 3 of these were very hard. So, is it an easy one or a hard one for you? Question 2, who am I? Who is this a picture of?
By the way, Chris said to say, of course, under normal circumstances, he would have been having a lovely meal and romantic evening with his wonderful wife. So he's clearly sucking up.
Yeah. So 30 seconds gone. Who am I? Picture snippet of a well-known celebrity. Who am I? So 10-second countdown coming up, and then we will be moving on.
All right, get your answers in. Countdown.
Countdown is on.
Should be on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who am I? Who am I? I must admit, in quizzes, picture rounds, I'm rubbish because I can never remember who they are.
I say, you can barely get my name right half the time.
Yep. That's why within a pub you can sort of like bounce off when there's sort of like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you in the team. You can say, "Oh yeah, that's him from, or that's her from." You know what I mean? You know, and you sort of like can't remember the names, but you're giving clues and indications to other members of your team, and eventually you come up with the answer. Well, that's the theory, anyhow.
That's the theory.
So, who am I?
Interesting. Some interesting guesses coming in.
And I can't remember the answer to that one.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember the answer to that one.
It's one of the
So,
easier ones.
yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain. 10-second countdown.
Okay, here we go.
Get your answers in.
Get your answers in.
Question 4. Who am I?
Can't believe you put this one in there.
Oh, yeah, I thought,
One of my favourite people.
Yeah. Question 4. Who am I?
He was in the news yesterday for the first time in a very, very long time.
30 seconds gone.
Did you hear about that or not? I don't know whether you would hear about that.
No.
Yeah.
Right, so coming up to 50 seconds, 10-second countdown coming up now. Who am I? Moving on to question 5. Who am I? Picture of a very well-known female. Who am I? When you see the answers, you say, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, I think I did okay with these actually.
So 40 seconds gone. Who am I? Question number 5. So 10-second countdown coming up.
Now you actually there's one misspelling in one of these answers that was really funny, so I left it in.
Oh, did you? And question 6. Who am I?
Yes, they are all of these people are very famous. I know little Les says that, being famous is anybody that knows him, but yes, they are all very famous people.
They are all very famous, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we say famous, we mean world famous, don't we, Mark? Not just in famous in sort of like the UK or America. They are world famous. Yeah.
Gosport's greatest butcher. No, he won't be in this list.
World famous.
Although I think I did see a Phil Collins, so I think we do have our first Phil Collins for this evening.
Right, 10-second countdown. You never know. There could be a Phil Collins amongst one of these.
Oh, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying we've had our first Phil Collins guest. Guess.
All right. Question 7. Who am I? Question 7. Who am I? Who am I? Question 7. Like Mark and I said, they are world famous people.
Mm-hmm. This guy is in the news pretty much every day over here. In fact, he was the #1 story this morning on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you're right there, Chris. That's exactly why he was on the news this morning.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up.
All right, countdown is on.
Question 8. Who am I? I'll give you a clue. It's female.
And she was number 2 in the news this morning. So you've chosen some very popular people at the moment.
Question 8. Who am I?
There was a breaking news story with this person last week on Friday. And it's been non-stop in the news since.
No nose and lips, famous person. Who am I? $40 seconds gone, 20 seconds remaining, 10-second countdown coming up now.
Right.
Question 8, who am I?
Get your answers in.
And you'll be delighted to know for round 3, we have food and drink for round 3. So question 9, who am I? Question 9, who am I?
Yeah, tripping a few people up this round, I think.
So 50-second countdown coming up, or 10-second countdown coming up now.
I was going to say, you counting up or counting down? Which way are you going?
10-second countdown coming up now. On remember, last one you don't get, so get your answers in, make up your mind. Right, question 10, last question. Who am I? If you have no idea, have a wild guess, and that goes for all your team. All those in your team, have a wild guess if you don't know.
Actually,
Could
thought
be
this
right.
was the hardest one, actually.
You thought this was the hardest one? Well, we see from the responses and the answers from our people in Quizland. Whether we get right answers or wrong ones. So 10-second countdown coming up. So I will give you an extra 10 seconds as well. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. How did you do? Right. Number 1, Prince William. Number 2, Richard Branson. Number 3, Madonna. Number 4, Donald Trump.
Yes, my buddy. He finally came out and told everybody that taking the vaccine was a good idea yesterday. That was why he was in the news.
Bit late.
Little bit late, but there you go.
Question 5, Adele. Number 6, Cristiano Ronaldo. It should be, in it.
It should, but I just thought it was funny.
Ronald.
Cristiano Ronald. Doesn't have quite the same flair to it, does it?
No.
Okay, here we go.
Vladimir Putin.
Valdemir?
Vladimir, yeah. Vladimir.
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 Yes, he is President of the United States. Well, he runs the US anyway.
Yeah. Via emails.
Yep.
Number 8, Jennifer Lopez. JL.
Yep,
Or
she was in the
J-Lo.
news because there was rumors that she was getting divorced. And she had to come
She
out
hasn't.
and
She
make
hasn't told me she wants a divorce.
moving swiftly on.
Question 9, David Beckham. And question 10, Kate Perry.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Yes. Okay. So that shook things up a little bit. Here we go. Here's your leaderboard.
So how do we do? Frazzle Lobsters on 18, Cosmic Cabbage 15, Five Alls 11, Team Momo 9, Bobs and Stew 9, and the Fam 5. Hang in there, guys and girls. Is this going to be your round? Food and drink. Let's see. Good luck. Right, here we go. Question 1, round 3. If you were being served crudits, Crudits, so forgive my pronunciation. If you were being served crudits, Crudits, as a starter to your meal, what would you be served with and invited to eat? So you went to a social in the Five Alls and they were serving crudits as a starter to your meal. What would you be served with and invited to eat?
They would never have anything this healthy in the Five Alls. Come on.
Well, is it healthy? You know, black pudding isn't. Oh, it's all right. So crudits. If you were being served crudits as starter to your meal, what would you be served with and invited to eat?
Yeah, I know how you pronounce that, but it's funny to hear him pronounce it. How do you think that's pronounced?
Crudites,
Crudites. Alright. That's brilliant.
just like stalactites.
That's your best Del Boy impression, is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right. 10-second coming up.
Oh dear. You be real sophisticated, you be.
Yeah, I like a bit of crudites with my pint. Question 2. Which fruit is a cross between a peach and a plum? Which fruit is a cross between a peach and a plum? Which begs the question, is it different to a cross between a plum and a peach? That's got you thinking, isn't it? So, but the question is, which fruit is a cross between a peach and a plum?
Can you serve it on crudits?
Crudites. Which fruit is a cross between a peach and a plum?
Oh dear.
Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. Which fruit is a cross between a peach and a plum? Question 3. What is the US name? It's known differently in the United Kingdom of the drink composed of 3 parts champagne or other sparkling white wine and 2 parts chilled orange juice, traditionally served for celebrations. What is the US name of the drink composed of 3 parts champagne or sparkling white wine and 2 parts chilled orange juice, traditionally served for celebrations? Known differently by another name in the United Kingdom, but what do they call it in the US?
This is why you were talking about it at the weekend.
Yes, I asked your fiance, blah, 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 and straight away she gave me the answer, the US name.
Well, yeah, because every time she drinks it, I call it the UK name.
Ah, right, okay.
She calls it the US name. Yep.
Yep. So, what is the US name of the drink composed of 3 parts champagne, 2 parts chilled orange juice, traditionally served for celebrations?
Although
So,
she normally mixes it with cranberry juice as well.
Yeah, 10-second countdown coming up. Question 4. What does barley become when prepared for brewing? What does barley, B-A-R-L-E-Y, become when prepared for brewing? What name is given to barley when prepared for brewing?
I'd expect everybody to know this one.
You might get the odd one or two people get confused and come up with a different word, understandably. What does barley become when prepared for brewing?
I guess it depends what you drink. If you only drink Bucks Fizz, then you probably wouldn't get this.
Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. What does barley become when prepared for brewing?
Although, wouldn't it be embarrassing if the 5-alls didn't get this right? Ooh, pressure.
10 seconds. Question 5. What are the 2 main foods? So we need both to be correct. What are the 2 main foods of the appetizer known as angels on horseback? It can also be served as a savoury, served at the end of a formal British meal. This is something that the royals often have at the end of a British meal. What are the 2...
Sorry, Julia's excuse for not knowing the answer to the last one was she doesn't make the stuff.
Yeah. What are the 2 main foods of the appetizer known as angels on horseback? Can also be served as savoury, served at the end of a formal British meal. I must admit, one of my favourites. You wouldn't eat this, would you, Mark?
No. No, I would not.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up. What are the 2 main foods of the appetizer known as angels on horseback? 10 seconds coming up. Can also be a savoury, served at the end of a formal British meal.
Are angels on horseback part of the world-famous 5-alls breakfast? I think the answer to that is no.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. That's way too classy.
Question 6. What kind of cheese is made backwards? And the made should be inverted commas.
That was too easy.
What kind of cheese is made backwards?
You're giving the answers away. Come on. Make them think.
What kind of cheese is made backwards?
Yeah, everybody got that.
Yeah.
Nice easy one for you. Points all around.
Pints or points?
Both. If Julia's
Question 7. What is the top selling spice in the world? What is the top selling spice in the world? I was going to ask what the second was, but I'll let you know what the second was when we give the answers out. I thought, no, let's go for the top selling spelling. What is the top selling spice in the world?
Good answer, Team Momo.
And it's not Baby Spice. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. What is the top selling spice in the world? Get your answers in. 10 seconds coming up now. Question 8. When milk sours, what acid is formed? When milk sours, S-O-U-R-S, what acid is formed?
All right, everybody knew that one.
When milk sours, what acid is formed? Yeah, so countdown coming on to save time. That's what we like to see. Question 9 coming up. There are only 2 three-lettered word herbs. So what are they? I'll read that again. There are only 2 three-lettered word herbs. So what are they? Need them both to score. There are only 2 three-lettered word herbs. So what are they? This will get you thinking.
Yeah,
I'm certain,
I had to think about this one.
I'm certain most of you know one of them, but do you know the other one? There are only 2 three-lettered word herbs. So what are they? 30 seconds gone. You need them both to score. There are only 2 three-lettered word herbs. So what are they?
Yeah, tricky one, this.
50 seconds gone. Get your answers in. If you don't know, just say no idea, pass, whatever, so we can move on.
Or
But
just
10-second countdown.
type in 2 random 3-letter words.
Yeah,
Could always do
no.
that too. Just have a guess.
10-second countdown. 10-second countdown. There are only 2 three-lettered word herbs. So what are they? Question 10. Grolsch lager comes from what country? Grolsch, Grolsch. Grolsch lager comes from what country? Remember, no 10-second countdown apart from me. Grolsch lager comes from what country? Right, so 10 seconds coming up now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's your time up. If Mark is back with us, then we'll go to the answers. Here we go. Crudites or crudites
Yeah, there we go.
are vegetables or raw vegetables, sliced or shredded. As long as we've got the word vegetables, that's fine.
Crudites.
Crudites. It's like kryptonites.
I think it's pronounced crudité.
Crudité.
Yes,
Well,
is how I would pronounce it, and I'm sure people will shout at me if I got that wrong. But yeah, crudité.
Crudité. I always serve crudites.
Crudites.
Cretins. That's where the word comes from, cretin. Right, here we go. So, vegetables.
Hang on. Everybody's put a slightly different answer. Okay, there we go.
Right, okay. The fruit cross between a peach and a plum is a nectarine. Mimosa. We call it Bucks Fizz. The Americans call it mimosa.
Mimosa.
Mimosa. Number 3. What does barley become when prepared for brewing? Malt. Which is why you have the maltings. Number 5. Angels on horseback is oysters wrapped in bacon. So it's oyster and bacon.
Yep, I think I got you.
What kind of cheese is made backwards? Edam, E-D-A-M. Spelled backwards, Edam. The top spelling spice in the world is pepper. The second is mustard. When milk sours, what acid is formed? Lactic acid. 2 3-lettered word herbs. So what are they? Bay, B-A-Y, and rue, R-U-E. Bay and rue.
Yeah, that tripped a few people up. Okay, so after
Number 10.
3. Oh, hang on. Number 10. Oh, it's because we're a question off. Hang on. There we go.
Rolls comes from what country? Holland or the Netherlands?
All right, that's better. All right, here we go. Try that again.
So, the Fraser Lobsters on 27. The Cosmic Cabbage on 22. Five Alls third 21. Bobs and Stew 15. Team Momo 13. And the Fam on 10. Not a good round for most of you. So, round 4, as always, is music. Slight different slant this week. You're going to have 30 seconds of a record performed, and we're going to give you the artist and the year, 50s, 60s, 70s. But what I'd like you to answer is provide the artist or the group who also had a number 1 hit record with the same song many years later. You'll get the gist of it. So we want the name of the artist or the group that had a hit with the same UK number 1 single that was passed. We want the artist or the group that had the same hit song with the same song title years later. You'll get the gist. Over to you, Mark.
Thanks for that. So, yes, in short, who sang the cover? All right. Okay, so here we go. We are... there's a little bit of a lag. Let me see. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad. So, you're going to get 30 seconds of this piece of music. Here is the original from 1955. We want to know who sang... No, 1953, sorry. We want to know who sang this remake in 1995. Here we go.
I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night a candle glows.
Alright, that was 30 seconds. So, that was your one and only playthrough of that 30-second piece of music from 1953. The question is, who also took that song I know, I'm swaying away. Who took that song to number 1 in 1995? And we'll give you a few seconds to think about it, but not too long, so get your answers in. If you have no idea, just have a guess. Why not? If you really have no idea, then just type in Phil Collins. Alright, get your answers in, otherwise we are moving on to question 2. Question 2 should be coming your way now. So again, you're going to get 30 seconds from this song from 1955. Question is, who sang this and took it to number 1 in 2002? Here we go.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much.
What are you doing?
Time goes by so slowly.
Oh dear, little Les karaoke.
So much.
Alright, singing away to himself. So, that was the original from 1955. The question is, who took this same song to number 1 in 2002? Kind of forgotten about some of these songs. Chose some really random ones. So, if you don't know, have a guess. Gonna give you a few more seconds to think about it.
There's also a clue there, Mark. Which runner-up TV contestant?
Which runner-up TV contestant? Oh, okay. Hinting that it was also from a television competition. I guess is where you're coming from. Alright, some funny answers coming in there. Alright, moving on to question 3. Again, you get 30 seconds. This was a number 1 hit in 1957. Which 15-year-old took the same song to number 1 in 1973? Here we go.
They say for every boy and girl there's just one love in this whole world, and I know I found mine. The heavenly touch of your embrace tells me no one could take your place ever.
We get the idea, but yeah, it doesn't help when you have the little Les voiceover. He doesn't realise that he can't mute himself. So that was the little Les crossover karaoke version. Alright, so that was 30 seconds of music from Tab Hunter's UK number 1 hit. 1957. Which 15-year-old took the same song to number 1 in 1973? Get your answers in. Likewise, if you don't know, just have a guess. Alright. Get your answers in, otherwise we're moving on to question 4. You're only going to get this once. This was originally from Cliff Richard and the Drifters. It was a number 1 hit in 1959. Who performed this for Comic Relief and took the same song title to a UK number 1 in 1986.
Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll.
Alright, lots of swaying, lots of swaying songs this time. So that was Cliff Richard and the Drifters. Original song. The question is, who took that to #1? I'm trying to get you drunk, Chris. Yes, I agree with that rule as well, Chris. That's a good one. Alright, so who took this song to #1 in 1986? Get your answers in, otherwise we're moving on to question 5. Countdown is on, get your answers in. Oh god, I'd like to see little Les dance to this one. Alright, this is a UK #1 hit from 1962. Who performed the same song? Slight variation of the title, so we'll give you a bit of leeway. Who sang this in 1993? Here we go.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love.
Yeah, these are all very old sway songs, aren't they? Alright, so that was the original from 1962. The question is, who sang this and took it to #1 in 1993? Interesting. Few Phil Collins, catching people out. Alright, get your answers in. Get your answers in. Otherwise, we are moving on to question 6 is coming your way. Here we go, and we are still in the 60s. Yes, we are. So we're going to an original song from Jerry and the Pacemakers, 1963. Question is, who performed the charity fundraiser with the same song title, took it to a UK #1 in 1985. Here we go.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark.
Alright. See, I can't listen to that without thinking of football, and yeah, I just can't do it. Speaking of, the game just finished. The game that I was watching, the mighty Norwich City did a storming game, 2-0 win, so they're looking good. Alright, get your answers in. The question was, who took that song to #1 in 1985? Get your answers in, get your answers in. Tough one, that. I did not know that one. So, get your answers in, or we are moving on to question 7. Countdown is on. We have a #1 from 1968, and the Equals. who was credited as the lead performer with the same song title and took it to a UK number 1 in 1994. Now this is an interesting one. Here we go.
This is the first time until today.
Alright. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I had kind of forgotten about this remake, to be honest. And this person was kind of big in 1994. think I had his album. But yes, what he's done since then. So that was the original from 1968. The question is, who took that to a number 1 in 1994? Question 8 is coming your way. Question number 4, did I say? Question number 8. Looking at the round number. Alright, so this is an original number 1 hit from the Bee Gees, 1979. Who performed the same song title with it took it to a UK number 1 in 1999, 20 years later. Here we go. I haven't even played it yet, and Team Momo's got it right. Oh, because they're such a big fan. Alright. Yeah, very, very impressed with everybody's knowledge of this song. They're clearly a fan of this band. Not the Bee Gees. The remake, yeah, everybody does a great song on it. Don't make music like that anymore. Alright, get your answers in. Who released the cover of that and took it to number 1 in 1999? Get your answers in, otherwise moving on to question 9. Here we go. Okay, so you are getting 30 seconds from the Bangles, UK number 1 hit from 1989, who performed the same song, took it to number 1 in 2001. Here we go.
Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Do you feel the same? Am I only dreaming?
Alright. Love that song. From 1989. That was on Now 10. The first song on tape B. I know that. I wore that thing out. Alright, team, we should do a, actually no, I can't say that, I'll give it away. Almost. Well, I almost gave you a clue, but everybody seems to be getting this one as well. Very impressed by everybody's girl band knowledge this evening. Alright, so get your answers in. We are moving on to the last question of the round. Here we go. So, you're going to get 30 seconds from Westlife and Mariah Carey. And their number one hit from 2000. Which winning TV talent show performer took this same song to number one in 2005? Here we go.
Can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all.
Alright, that was from 2000? Wow. That video has not dated well. So, that was the original from 2000, Westlife and Mariah Carey. The question is, which winning TV talent show performer took that same song to number one in 2005? Okay. Give you a few more seconds to think about it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Original in context of this question. I know it's not the original. Good lord. Give me some credit. Alright, so get your answers in. I know that. Alright, so get your answers in, otherwise I'll give you a few more seconds. Have we got everybody's answers in?
The original Mark did not make number one.
I know, that's why I'm saying I'm getting lots of abuse because I called the Mariah Carey and Westlife original the original. I know it's not the original. Good lord. Alright, let's go through some answers. Moving swiftly on. Right, here we go. So, number one was Robson and Jerome, I believe. And let me just mark your spellings. There we go.
Still holds the record as the most number one in the United Kingdom charts, 18 weeks.
Yeah, and I know that's not real,
non-consecutive.
You should have saved that one for another quiz question. Alright, number two was Gareth Gates. Gareth Gates. Okay, number three was Donny Osmond. Let's have a look. That's funny, I think everybody guessed a different Osmond. It's really funny. Okay, number four was Cliff Richard and the Young Ones. Cliff Richard, yeah. Young Ones with Cliff. Of course, everybody put this in slightly different. Hang on. Yeah, we'll give you that. Okay, I think I got everybody. Alright, number five was UB40 and... supposed to be somebody else. Little Les.
No, it's just UB40.
Yeah, there was an N. There was an emphazan in there. But you're being mysterious. That was Can't Help Falling in Love. I Can't Help Falling in Love. So the title was slightly different. That was our first Phil Collins. Number 6. I think it's called Everybody Out. This was The Crowd with You'll Never Walk Alone, which was re-released for the Bradford City fire disaster. Yeah, tough on that for everybody. Number 7, it did kind of sound like Eddie Grant, but this was actually Pato Banton. Baby Come Back. He did have a few other hits. Number 8, I'm very impressed. Everybody knew, I think, Steps with their cover of Tragedy. Steps, of course, being the best girl band. Shortly followed by Atomic Kitten with their version of Eternal Flame. Or S Club 7. Steps or S Club 7. Tough one. Tough choice. And last but not least, question 10 was Steve Brookstein. Against All Odds, X Factor winner Phil Collins took it to number 2 in 1984. Alright, so that was an interesting round. Definitely tightened a few things up. Alright, back to you, little Les, and I'll let you read off the scoreboard.
Right, thank you very much, Mark. Let's have a look on the scores on the doors. So, Frazzle Lobsters on 33, Five Alls 28, Cosmic Cabbage on 28, Lobson Stew 18, Team Momo 17, the Fam 12. So, 3 points difference. General knowledge last round could be on anything, general knowledge, trivia, etc., etc. So, best of luck. Thanks for joining us. Mark, if you could put up the, if you haven't already registered for next week and you'd like to register, then please do so. As I say, what we're asking for is a £25 registration fee. You don't have to do it tonight. You can do it any time, or you can do it next Wednesday. But like I said, we expect in between certainly 20 to 30 teams next week, if not more. So the more, the merrier. And as I say, there'll be certificates and prizes all around. Again, thanks for taking part. Let's get on to the last round. Mark will put the link in the chat box for you all. So, last round, general knowledge.
I'm just checking a couple of answers just to make sure I got you. The Fam, yes, I did get your answer to that. Hang on a second. Yeah, right. I think I got everybody right. Yep, there we go.
Right, so here we go.
And technically, Steps is not a girl band because there are 2 guys in it, but they kind of look like girls.
Question 1, here we go. Question 1, what name is given to a Stoats winter coat? What name is given to a Stoats winter coat? All general knowledge, these 10 questions. Easy if you know them, difficult if you don't. But if you don't know them, have a guess, don't delay, put an answer in so we can move on.
Oh yeah, and there's no Dancing Lobsters this week. Sorry, I ran out of time to finish the Dancing Lobsters, but they're on their way. Don't worry, I've got big plans for these lobsters and cabbages. Have no fear.
So what name is given to a Stoats winter coat? So 10-second countdown coming up. Did you put the link in all the chats, Mark?
I will be.
Question 2. The spray WD-40 is frequently used to loosen items, start things, and free things. But what do the initials WD represent? WD-40, what does the WD represent? I haven't looked at the site, but I know we've definitely got the Frazzle Lobsters taking part in next week. They've made a donation. Thank you very much, guys. Very much appreciated. I haven't checked since. I don't know. Have you checked, Mark?
I have not, I'll be honest.
Spray WD-40 is frequently used to loosen items, start things, and free things. But what do the initials WD represent? Right, 10-second countdown. Question 3. If I am your age 10 years before you were born and I'm 50, how old are you? If I am your age 10 years before you were born and I'm 50, how old are you?
Now, I know you didn't figure this one out. It would have taken you months to figure this out.
I asked Mum this one. If I am your age 10 years before you were born and I'm 50, how old are you?
So there's no, I don't see Simon from the Frazzled Lobsters talking this evening. So make sure you say hello to him for me. I did think of him today, because Tinder announced that they're now offering background checks on all of their members. So I thought Simon would be interested to know that one.
If I am your age 10 years before you were born and I'm 50, how old are you? Right, 10-second countdown.
Yeah, it's catching a few people out.
Moving on. What is the name of Glasgow's main railway station? Is it Duke Street, Prince Street, Queen Street, or King Street? Your time starts now. What is the name of Glasgow's main railway station? Is it Duke Street, Prince Street, Queen Street, or King Street? 1 in 4 chance. Can't phone a friend because hopefully all the friends are joining you this evening playing the quiz. What is the name of Glasgow's main railway station? Is it Duke Street, Prince Street, Queen Street, or King Street?
So what's your chance of getting this right?
Ooh, 1 in 4.
So what's the percentage? Is it like last
Ooh,
week, 50-50?
I can do it at a fraction if you like. 1/4.
Oh, very good. Look at you.
Do you want that in decimal places?
Go on then.
000.25. 10-second countdown.
20%. Close enough. Guess it depends on if you're rounding up or down.
Right, question 5. In which European country is the world's oldest zoo founded in 1752? Very nice zoo, actually. Very quaint.
Did you cut
In which European country is the world's oldest zoo founded in 1752?
Yeah, were you there for the opening day?
Very funny, Mark. Yeah, I've got the mug.
You were in the monkey enclosure, yeah?
Yeah, gorilla enclosure. It's actually very famous for Second World War as well. Something happened in the Second World War. All the animals got loose. In which European country is the world's oldest zoo founded in 1752? So we're looking for a country. In which European country is the world's oldest zoo, founded in 1752? So if you put a town or city, even if it was the right town or city, you wouldn't get the answer because we need the country. In which European country is the world's oldest zoo, founded in 1752? Looking for a European country. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. Have a guess if you haven't got a clue. Question 6. What does NAFI stand for in the British Forces? When I was on board ship, I always used to go to the NAFI to get what we call a goffer. Goffer being the Navy slang for a tin of drink, can of Coke. What does NAFI stand for in the British Forces? I thought they'd done away with the NAFI, but it does still exist.
Thought we went to the NAFI last time I was over, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did we go in there for?
What does NAFI stand for in the British Forces? Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. So moving on, question 7. Provide the first name and the surname of the person who designed Posh Spice Victoria Adams wedding dress. As long as it looks and sounds phonetically correct. Provide the first name and the surname of the person who designed Posh Spice Victoria Adams wedding dress. As long as it's phonetically correct, it will be accepted.
That's a good answer, Lobsters. I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Provide the first name and the surname of the person who designed Posh Spice Victoria Adams wedding dress. Spelling, if it appears and sounds phonetically correct, it will be accepted. Ten-second countdown coming up. Question 8. What animal appears on the flag of Sri Lanka? As we know from last week's quiz, formerly known as Ceylon. What animal appears on the flag of Sri Lanka? What animal appears on the flag of Sri Lanka? 40 seconds gone. 20 seconds remaining. So I'll give you a 10-second countdown. And now, so 10-second countdown, please, Mark. What animal appears on the flag of Sri Lanka? Question 9. Name the model. So we need the first name and a surname. Again, as long as it appears phonetically correct. Who, with the slogan, "Hello Boys," advertised the Wonder Bra. Name the model, first name and surname. Who, with the slogan, "Hello Boys," advertised the Wonder Bra.
I think you should have asked for correct spelling on this one. That would have been a real test.
Name the model, first name and surname, who with the slogan "Hello Boys" advertised the Wonder Bra.
Yeah, I might enforce correct spelling on this one.
No, I've said as long as it appears phonetically.
I know. I just want to make people think. Make them work. Come on.
Right, 10-second countdown.
Got to keep the brains active. All this lockdown malarkey.
And last but not least, and again, thank you very much, guys and girls, for joining this evening. Very much appreciated. Please don't forget to join us next week for the charity quiz night, but you don't have to pay to play. And question 10, what is the currency of Morocco? Again, as long as it looks phonetically correct. So, as I said, thanks for joining us tonight. Very much appreciated. The fam, the Five Alls, Bob and Stu, Cosmic Cabbage, the Frazzle Lobsters. Who else have I not mentioned?
Moose.
Moose and Team Momo.
Who is going to get married to White Knight just so he can divorce.
Yes, Moose, you need to get your team together next week. You need more to take part to see if you can get fame and glory.
Yeah, we'll rattle up White Knight and everybody else.
Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. Last question of the evening. What is the currency of Morocco? Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's see how we're doing. And I was saying to Mark earlier on, you may or may not be aware, but it's St. Patrick's Day today. So I had my glasses ready. And I had my wig ready.
You should have been wearing that throughout the whole quiz.
Because, of course, it was Cheltenham today as well. So I did my normal bet today. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that?
Giving all your bets away. Did you win?
So if you need any tips for tomorrow, just let me know. I did 5 horses. I did 5 horses. Can you see that? I did 5 horses. 3 came in. So I bet 31 quid and picked up £846 20p for £31 bet. And I did the same the day before. So that wasn't bad, was it?
It's not bad.
Right. So here we go. Let's go through the answers.
Now you need your glasses to look at it.
What is the name given to a Stokes winter coat? Ermine. Ermine. What you see all the House of Lords wearing. Number 2, WD stands for water displacement. Water displacement.
Yep, hang on.
Trying to kick it. That's it. It's your hamster, Mark.
Hang on.
Number 3. I'm your age 10 years before you were born, and I'm 50. How old are you? The answer is 20. If I am at your age 10 years before you were born, and I'm 50, how old are you? The answer is 20. It is Queen Street, the name of the railway station in Glasgow. World's oldest zoo is in Vienna, which is in Austria.
Hang on, things are running a little bit slow for me at the moment. Bear with me a second. Yeah. Sorry, 5-alls. We were looking for the country. Close but no cigar.
Question 6. What does NAFI stand for in the British Forces, Navy, Army, and Air Force Institutes? Navy, Army, and Air Force Institutes. NAFI. Basically, it's the military shop.
Yep, hang on. I need to mark you. Hang on. Navy, Army, and Air Force Institute. Yep.
Question 7. It was Vera Wang.
Yeah, Moose, I did like your answer to that last one better.
Vera Wang. The animal that appears on the Sri Lankan flag is the lion. Hello, boys. Who advertised the Wonder Bra? Eva Herzegovina.
Yeah.
Would you have spelled it correctly?
Say I don't. I'm marking everybody phonetically correct.
Correct. Good.
Apart from the lobsters, that's just blatantly wrong. Alright, last but not least.
What is the currency of Morocco? Dirhams. Dirhams. Dirhams.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so your final leaderboard for this evening. Hang on. Here we go.
Right, the Frazzle Lobsters on 38, closely followed by the 5-alls, 35, and Cosmic Cabbage. Good effort, guys. Close, and you get a cigar. Joint second. Bobson Stew, 23, Team Momo, 21, and the Fam, 17. Again, thank you very much for taking part. Very much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed our company. Hope you enjoyed the questions, varied as they may seem. Like I said, next week, the charity quiz night, we will be doing it for Solent Mind, but still come along and play for fun. If you don't want to actually pay to play, you are more than welcome. As I say, there will be quite a few teams taking part. It should be easier for you next week because, as I say, all the answers for each round spell out Solent, S-O-L-E-N-T, Mind, M-I-N-D. So number 1 will begin with S, number 2 will begin with O. So at least you will have a chance with the answer because you know what letter it starts with. Whether you know the answer, that's a different thing. And that goes for the picture round as well as the music round. So take care. Safe journey up those stairs. Or if you're in a bungalow, to back bedroom. And don't drink and drive. See you later.
Yep, thanks everybody for joining. I've sent you a few links in chat to the donate page. There's a link on littlelescharityman.co.uk. We're going to share things on Facebook a few more times, so keep an eye out for those. Happy birthday again, Chris, for tomorrow. You never know, Phil Collins may make an appearance next week, fam. You never know. Tune in to find out. It's exciting, isn't it? Alright, thanks very much everybody. Any issues or anything next week, making donations, etc., just let me know via the Little Les page. But otherwise, we will see you then.
Take care.
Thanks very much for joining, everyone. Bye.
Bye.